Hey, welcome back to the Book Echo, the place where books come alive and ideas stick with you. Today, we're exploring The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, a book that flips the script on everything you think about your mind and who you really are. What if the voice inside your head isn't you? What if you could watch your thoughts like clouds passing through an endless sky instead of getting caught up in the storm? Stick around, because this isn't just a summary. It's an invitation to freedom, to step back, let go, and discover the calm that's been inside you all along. Ready? Let's jump in. The roommate you can't escape. Let me ask you something strange. Imagine you live with someone, a roommate, let's say, but this isn't your average roommate. This one talks nonstop. From the moment you open your eyes to the second you fall asleep, they're narrating your life like a bad sports commentator. Why did you say that? That was dumb. She's probably judging you. You should have done more today. Oh no, what if tomorrow goes even worse? You try to ignore them, but they won't shut up. They have opinions about everything. Your past, your future, your breakfast choices. They're dramatic, anxious, overreactive, and worst of all, they never leave. Now here's the twist. That roommate, they're you, or rather, the voice in your head. That relentless mental chatter we all assume is just how thinking works. But what if it's not? What if that voice isn't you at all? Michael A. Singer, in The Untethered Soul, invites us to step back and see the mind for what it really is, a tool that's gone a little haywire. It's like we've been possessed by a running monologue and forgot we could just listen without obeying. So this journey we're about to take, it's not about silencing the mind or forcing peace. It's not about fixing your thoughts or becoming some enlightened monk overnight. It's about freedom. Freedom from that overthinking roommate. Freedom from the inner chaos that you thought was just life. Freedom to finally rest, not in some perfect future, but in this moment, just as it is. Because here's the truth. The voice in your head isn't the problem. Believing you are the voice, that's what keeps you stuck. So what if you could untether yourself from it? What if you could become the quiet space behind the noise? Let's find out. Who is talking in your head? The inner voice. So, who is this inner roommate? Let's be honest. It's not exactly the voice of wisdom. It's more like a nervous commentator, whispering worst-case scenarios and judging your every move like a bad reality show judge. You spill coffee and it goes, "Nice going, genius." You see someone glance your way and it's like, do they like you? Do they hate you? Are you wearing the wrong shirt? You try to relax and it chimes in, "You're being lazy. You should be productive right now." Or maybe spiritual. Or maybe both. Do yoga while meditating on your to-do list. Exhausting, right? This voice talks all the time. It narrates your past, predicts your future, and critiques your present. It creates entire soap operas in your head that never happened, and likely never will. And here's the part that hits hardest. We spend most of our lives listening to it, believing it, obeying it, but never once stopping to ask, who is actually talking here? Michael Singer offers a stunning truth. You are not the voice inside your head. You are the one who hears it. It's subtle, but once it clicks, it changes everything. Imagine you're sitting on a bench and a stranger sits beside you and starts rambling. "You really messed that up yesterday. What's wrong with you? That person over there probably thinks you look tired. You better smile more, or less, or just hide." You'd think, this person's not well. But when that voice lives in your head, you accept it as your identity. You say, "This is just me. I overthink. I worry. I talk myself down." No, that's the voice. You're the one hearing it. Think of it this way. Your thoughts are like clouds drifting, morphing, constantly changing shape. But you're the sky, ever present, unmoved, vast. The sky doesn't argue with the clouds. It doesn't chase them or cling to them or try to make them prettier. It just allows them to pass. That's what waking up feels like. Noticing the voice without merging with it, creating space between you and the endless parade of thoughts. This is where real peace begins, not by shutting the voice up, but by stepping back enough to see that it's just noise, background chatter, static on the radio. And you? You are the silence that hears it. The awareness that's always been there, watching quietly, waiting patiently for you to return. The problem isn't life. It's your resistance to it. Here's a wild idea. What if pain isn't the real problem? What if the real problem is how much we tighten around it? See, life has a rhythm. Things come, things go. You fall in love, you lose, you get praised, then criticized. People show up, people leave. But our mind, it wants control. It wants life to only flow in one direction, our direction. And when it doesn't, we clench. We resist. We build stories. We push against reality as if arguing with it will somehow change it. But have you ever noticed? The more you resist something, the more power it seems to have over you. You feel anxiety, and instead of letting it rise and fall, you fight it. You replay a breakup not just once, but 100 times, hoping the ending might magically change. You hear criticism, and instead of letting it pass, you build a fortress around your self-worth. The moment something uncomfortable arises, grief, shame, anger, we don't just feel it. We tighten. We hold on to it. As if by clenching, we can control the chaos. But here's the irony. It's not the pain that traps you. It's your refusal to feel it fully. Imagine this. You have a splinter in your arm. Instead of removing it, you protect it. You avoid brushing against it. You stop reaching out because it might hurt. And over time, you begin organizing your life around not touching the wound. That's what we do emotionally. We carry these invisible splinters, old heartbreaks, childhood fears, embarrassments we never quite let go of, and we build our lives around avoiding them. But avoidance is a prison in disguise. And healing starts with letting go of resistance. It's not about fixing yourself. It's not about becoming bulletproof or unfazed. It's about opening to what is. You're not broken for feeling pain. You suffer when you say, I shouldn't be feeling this. Life isn't asking you to like everything. It's just asking you to let it move through you without clutching at it, without defending against it, without telling a story about it. Because emotions are like weather, they roll in, they roll out, but only if you let them. So maybe the path to peace isn't paved with control. Maybe it's built on surrender. Not passive surrender, but the kind that says, I'm willing to feel this. I don't need to fix it. I'll let it pass through me, not define me. And when you stop resisting life, you might realize something beautiful. Life was never trying to hurt you. It was trying to move through you. Letting go, the art of non-clinging. Letting go, 2 words that sound simple, but can feel impossible. Because when something hurts, we grip it. When something feels good, we grip that too. We don't want to let go of pain because it justifies our walls. And we don't want to let go of pleasure because it feels like happiness might slip away. But here's the catch. Clinging is suffering in disguise. Imagine you're holding a rope. Now imagine that rope starts to burn. But instead of dropping it, you squeeze harder, telling yourself, I can't let go. This rope is important. This rope means something. And slowly your hands bleed. That's how we live. We cling to the past, to identities, to relationships that expired years ago, to thoughts that chew through our peace like termites in the walls. And Singer says, quite radically, let it go the moment it arises. Don't even think about it. Just let it go. Now your mind will rebel. But wait, it's not that easy. I can't just let go of trauma, betrayal, heartbreak, fear. And you're right. Letting go isn't a one-time act. It's a muscle, a practice, a willingness. But it starts with one moment, one breath of not clinging. You feel anxiety rise in your chest. Instead of spiraling, you pause. You watch it like a wave. You let it crest. And then, without analysis, without judgment, you release it. Letting go isn't denial. It's trust. Trust that you are not your feelings. Trust that emotions pass. If you don't trap them, trust that you don't need to hold on to pain to honor your story. Here's the paradox. The more you let go, the more whole you become. Not because you lose anything, but because you make room for everything. Room for silence. Room for clarity. Room for that spacious, untethered soul that doesn't need to grasp or defend or chase. Letting go is not passive. It's the most courageous thing you can do. because it means choosing freedom over familiarity. It means saying, I no longer need to carry what I was never meant to hold. And if that feels scary, that's okay. Let go of needing to feel ready and start right where you are. Surrender is not weakness, it's freedom. We live in a world that worships control. Control your career, control your body, control the conversation, control how people see you, control your future like it's a chessboard and you're 10 steps ahead. But what if the need for control is actually what's controlling you? You see, we think of surrender as giving up, as losing, as weakness. But in the inner world, surrender is strength because it means you're no longer a prisoner of your preferences. You're no longer bargaining with life, saying, only if things go my way, then I'll relax. Real surrender is quiet, internal. It doesn't mean you stop showing up. It means you stop gripping the outcome. And that is a different kind of freedom. Singer explains it like this. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. Let that sink in. Inner surrender is not about external passivity. It's about staying open inside, even when life doesn't cooperate. Because pain doesn't come from what happens. It comes from your resistance to what's happening. Think of your heart like a flower. When something hurts, most people close. They armor up. But what if you stayed open? What if you felt the loss, the fear, the discomfort, and breathed through it instead of building walls around it? Here's the paradox. The more you let go, the more life flows in your favor. Not because you're manipulating the universe, but because you're no longer in its way. You're no longer paddling upstream. You're floating. And yes, at first, floating feels like falling, like you're out of control. But then something wild happens. You realize the river knows where it's going, and it's always been carrying you. You were just too busy paddling upstream. Fighting, grasping, try to outsmart the current, to feel it. Surrender means this. You stop needing life to match your map. You trust that even detours have meaning. You allow pain, joy, boredom, mystery, and everything in between to pass through without shutting the door. You say, even this feeling, even this uncertainty, even this awkward, unfixable moment, I'll stay open. Because freedom isn't found in controlling life. It's found in releasing your grip on it. And ironically, when you stop trying to force life to obey you, life starts dancing with you. The seat of consciousness. Let's step back for a moment, not from the world, but from you. Or more precisely, from the you think you are. Who are you really? You might say, I'm a thinker, I'm an achiever, I'm anxious, I'm passionate, I'm broken, I'm healing. But what if all those are just experiences? And what if you're not the experience at all? Michael Singer calls this the seat of consciousness, a place inside you that doesn't react, doesn't cling, doesn't narrate. It simply witnesses. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are not your roles, your body, your memories, or your moods. You are the one who sees them all. You're the one who notices the anxiety, not the anxiety itself. You're the one who hears the thoughts, not the thinker. You're the one who observes the storm, but remains the sky behind it. The mind will try to pull you into every scene like an overexcited stage manager. Quick, play the victim. Now the angry one. Now the one who's not enough. But you don't have to jump into every drama. You can stay seated in the balcony. You can watch the play unfold without getting lost in the character. And this changes everything. Because once you stop identifying with inner noise, once you stop mistaking the clouds for the sky, you taste a freedom most people never even know exists. You realize, I don't have to be pulled into every thought, every fear, every trigger. I can watch it arise and I can let it go. Like watching traffic from a hill. You don't chase the cars. You don't stop them. You simply see. And the more you practice resting in this seat, the less life becomes something to survive, and the more it becomes something to witness, feel, and flow with. So the next time your mind spirals, the next time emotion crashes in like a wave, remember, you are not the wave. You are the ocean it passes through. Return to that seat, again and again. even if only for a breath. That's where your true self lives. Death is a teacher, the final wake-up call. Let's talk about something we don't often want to think about. Death, the final boundary, the ultimate unknown. But Michael Singer invites us to see death not as an enemy, but as the greatest teacher. Why? Because death is the one thing that truly puts life into perspective. We waste so much energy, worrying about things that don't matter, clinging to what's temporary, fighting battles that won't matter in a year or even a day. But death reminds us this moment is precious. You are passing through it only once. Every breath, every feeling, every heartbeat is a miracle wrapped in fragility. Think about it. If you knew today was your last, would you waste on anxiety, on grudges, on chasing someone else's definition of success? Or would you live with an open heart? Would you lean into the people you love? Would you say what's left unsaid? Would you let go of fear and truly be? Death is the clock ticking in the background. It's the soft whisper reminding you, don't waste your life waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Singer's insight here is simple but profound. When you face death, you see clearly. You see that resisting life only steals your joy. You see that surrendering to what is opens the door to peace. So let death teach you. Let it soften your grip. Let it open your heart. Because the clock is always ticking. And the only thing that truly matters is how fully you live the moments you're given. How to live as an untethered soul. So, after everything, after noticing the voice in your head, after learning to let go, after surrendering and sitting in the seat of consciousness, after embracing life's impermanence, how you actually live like an untethered soul. It starts with one simple but powerful practice. Observe, don't react. Every moment, life will send you invitations, some sweet, some bitter. The temptation is to grab, to push, to hold tight. But the untethered soul steps back and watches. You become like a calm lake. Reflections ripple on the surface. But deep down there's stillness. You don't have to dive into every wave. Next, let life unfold. Don't clench your fists around it. Don't try to force it into your plan or your story. Trust that even the discomfort, the pain, the awkwardness is part of the flow, not a barrier. Which brings us to an essential mindset shift. Use discomfort as a doorway, not a wall. When fear, anger, or sadness rises, don't barricade yourself inside. Open the door. Step through. Pain is not the enemy. It's a signal, a teacher knocking at your heart's door. And finally, make peace your home, not your reward. Too often, we treat peace like a trophy. We'll be at peace when I finish this project, when this problem is solved, when that person finally understands me. But peace is not a distant prize. It's the ground beneath your feet, the soil where freedom grows. Live in peace right now, even if the storm is raging around you, because the untethered soul doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It creates sanctuary in the present moment. It's freedom, not in spite of life's challenges, but because of them. Conclusion, you are always free. After all this journey inward, after stepping back from the noise, letting go of the need to control, and sitting quietly in the seat of consciousness, it becomes clear. You were never truly trapped. You were only tangled in your mind. Those thoughts, fears, stories, they're like vines wrap around you, making it hard to move. But underneath them all, the core of you has always been free, unchained, spacious, vast. Michael Singer's message is simple but profound. Let go, stay open, return to your true self. You are the sky, the limitless, calm, infinite sky. Everything else, the thoughts, emotions, moments, are just the weather passing through. Storms come and go. Clouds obscure the sun sometimes, but the sky remains. And when you remember this, when you truly feel it, you unlock a freedom no one can take away. You don't have to fix yourself. You don't have to fight the weather. You simply become the sky. And there it is, the essence of the untethered soul, a reminder that you were never truly trapped. You were just tangled in the stories inside your mind. The real you is a vast, open sky, always free, always present. If this resonated with you, take a moment to breathe it in And remember, letting go isn't giving up, it's making space for life to flow through you. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more book journeys, and share your thoughts below. What part spoke to you the most? Thanks for listening to the Book Echo. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and keep exploring the story within.